Good morning, softball fans. Welcome to State Championship Saturday here on Zaleski Sports. Just doing an audio test here, just an audio test for the Division 5 State Championship game as the Pachelli Cardinals will take on Oakfield. My name is Mike Wendland. I'll be on color commentary. Our play-by-play man is Brendan Retzloff. Say hi to the people, Brendan.
Hello, people. How's it going? This is our audio test, like Mike said. Seems like today will be a really great day for some Division 5 championship softball, as well as for you later on at 4 o'clock in Division 2. Good morning, everybody. Happy Saturday. Here live from Madison, Wisconsin, here at the Goodman Diamond for this Division 5 softball championship here on Zaleski Sports. Brendan Retzloff and Mike Wendlandt here for today's game between two teams that are absolutely deserving to make it to this final spot, the Pachelli Cardinals and the Oakfield Oaks. It's a rematch of the 2023 championship. Mike, I know you were there for that one, and boy, did Pachelli really show up early in that game. But this is a completely different type of at Goodman Diamond as the Oaks are trying to make vengeance on the Cardinals.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing, is that it is a different scenario at this point because last year Pachelli was the higher seed and the home team. Today it is Oakfield who is the higher seed, and they will get the last at bat as the home team as designated on the scoreboard. Pachelli taking the warm-ups right now during our Auto Select pregame show. But really, both teams are pretty familiar. A lot of players from last year's teams are back, including obviously Hannah Trzynski and Peyton Manson, who both pitched in that game last year, and Ali Lamanska, who pitched as well for Oakfield in that game. So these teams, they're going to be pretty familiar. They probably watched a little bit of the broadcast, the WIAA broadcast from that game last year, maybe get some scouting footage back from that game, as, again, a lot of familiarity as far as roster goes for these two teams, as they will rematch again for this championship. But, again, the big difference, Pachelli is going to be hitting first. They're going to look to make that statement early on. They did that last year as the home team, and then let Hannah Trzynski go to work in the circle. But it's going to be a completely different, especially with the Cardinals, different positions all over the place. They graduated the three outfielders, so they moved Katie Ilka to center. They moved Kaylin Yenter from short to behind the plate. Kelsey Giese now at short. You get Pionic over at third base, the youngster, the young freshman. Ava, only really the similar positions are Mansell, Trzynski, and Ava Tess. Everyone else is in new spots this year.
It's a very interesting thing that you point all of that out. It seems like Coach Molsky, I mean, she's been teaching these girls the game of softball since around 5th grade with all of these high schoolers. And with the lineup of the Pachelli Cardinals, it seems like they really adjusted very quickly to the new positions, especially Kaylin Yenter playing behind home plate. She has had an outstanding year behind the plate, gunning down 4 base runners throughout the season. And we just saw it throughout Pachelli's year in the CWC, where they dominated that conference undefeated. But they just, any other team did not decide to run on Yenter because they knew she just had a cannon of an arm and was a force to be reckoned with. Another thing to point out here in this pregame show presented by Auto Select is that Hannah Trzynski in yesterday's game, she ended up tripping over third base in around the 5th inning of that game, and she had a bunch of ice on her knee exiting the game. I talked to her a little bit. She said she was good to go, but I think Ann Molsky wants to play it safe, play her at first base for the time, even though she's in her very last game of her career. And this senior, I'm sure, would love to be on the mound, but it's probably a good idea to play it safe here.
For sure, and of course, again, this pregame show brought to you by Auto Select, Stevens Point's best choice for maintenance and tires, as well as L Auto Care Services. So I think we're going to take a quick word from Auto Select, hear from them, come back and wrap up our pregame coverage, get ready for the first pitch on a overcast, little bit worrisome, cloudy day here on Championship Saturday on Zaleski Sports.
When it comes to vehicle maintenance and repairs, Stevens Point knows you can always put your trust in Auto Select. Keeping up with vehicle maintenance is often an inconvenience, but with locations on Highway 10 East and Church Street in Plover, Auto Select will have you back on the road in no time. Enjoy their 3-year, 36,000-mile warranty, along with shuttle service and loaner vehicles for your convenience. Quality, dependable, automotive care experts you can trust. In Stevens Point and Plover, at Auto Select, you're good to go.
Welcome back to Goodman Diamond, everybody. It's our Auto Select pregame show. Just about to conclude it here. Auto Select Stevens Point's best choice for auto repairs, maintenance, and tires. Complete auto repair services with locations on Church Street and on Highway 10 East in Stevens Point and on Schofield Avenue in Weston. No matter your automotive needs, look to Auto Select and you're good to go. Coaches meeting about to commence here at home plate. Umpires for today's game at home plate, Randy Tilke. He's going to be doing the commands behind the plate. Thomas Hack over at first base and Wayne Seiskin over at third. It's the Cardinals and the Oaks here on Zaleski Sports. Temperature sitting around 62 degrees here in Madison. Like Mike said, overcast skies. Wind conditions, not too much to worry about here. Wind's probably going about 5 or so miles per hour from, once again, left field to right field on the mound, or on the diamond. So in terms of hitting, this seems like it could be a very hitters-friendly game, Mike.
The temperatures I will be less conducive to hitting, I think, in my personal opinion. It'll be a little tougher to elevate and get the barrel on the ball and have it jump off the bat like in a warmer day. The biggest thing for me, though, is the potential for weather coming through. It's overcast completely. There's a little bit of sunlight behind center, but that's off to the east. To the west of us, it is cloudy. There's a chance of rain coming through. It doesn't seem like it'll be a lot of rain, and I don't think it'll be enough to delay the game, but we will let you guys know if anything does happen. And you will be able to check on. We'll have an on-screen graphic, let you guys know if there is and comes some sort of weather delay, as well as what the resumption time would be. We're hoping to avoid it throughout the day, especially for both games we're going to have covered today, which of course is this Division 5, then the Division 2 championship for Mosinee and Waupun. But right now we are going to get ready to turn things over to our public address for the opening ceremonies, and we'll get set for the first pitch of this championship Saturday. And as Brendan said, it is our Auto Select pregame show wrapping up here on Zaleski Sports. And again, we are glad to be with you guys, glad to be here in Madison. And then, of course, next we're jumping right back into things, going over to Appleton for the baseball side, but that's not for another couple of days. We got to turn attention right back to softball here.
You could probably. I had a tough time hearing you.
Captain's meeting adjourned, and now we go to our announcements.
Softball complex on the campus of the University of Wisconsin-Madison, and Championship Saturday of the 2024 Wisconsin Interscholastic Athletic Association State Softball Tournament. This is the Division 5 State Championship game, and it features the Cardinals of Pachelli Catholic High School and the Oaks of Oakfield High School. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we ask you to please rise as we honor America and all that it stands for, as well as our freedom and all those who serve to protect it, with the playing of our national anthem. The WIAA requires good sportsmanship at education-based sporting events. Attendance at interscholastic activities is a privilege, with the expectation you will exhibit positive and respectful behavior. For the enjoyment and respect of all in attendance, your cooperation in demonstrating the high ideals of sportsmanship is both expected and greatly appreciated. Fans are reminded of the risk and danger incidental to the game of softball, whether occurring prior to, during, or subsequent to the actual playing of the game, including specifically but not exclusively the danger of being injured by thrown bats and thrown or batted balls. Also, please be advised that Goodman Diamond is a non-smoking facility. The WIAA, the participants, and all fans in attendance, thank you for your cooperation. It's now time for the introductions for the 2024 WIAA Division 5 State Championship game. First, the Pachelli Cardinals. We begin with the reserves. Number 3, Jaden Struck. Number 15, Ryland Mayett. Number 21, Haley Siski. Number 25, Ella Tex. Number 27, Avery Weirnick. Number 28, Layla Kepalowski. And number 33, Ella Van Order. Now the starting lineup, leading off and playing third base. Number 2, Maddie Pionic. Batting second and playing center field. Number 5, Katie Ilka. Hitting third and playing first base. Number 11, Hannah Drzinski. The cleanup woman for the Cardinals is the catcher. Number 7, Kaylin Yenter. Batting fifth and playing shortstop, number 8, Kelsey Giese. Hitting sixth and playing right field, number 18, Amelia Martini. Batting seventh, the second baseman, number 20, Ava Tess. Hitting eighth, the designated player, number 13, Peyton Menzel. The ninth batter is the left fielder, number 14, Caden Nelson. And the flex player and pitcher for the Cardinals is number 33, Ella Van Order. The head coach of the Pachelli Cardinals in her 20th season is Ann Molsky. She's assisted by Stephanie Dreichel, Hannah Wilfords, John Johnson, and Tom Kuchowski. Now let's meet the Oakfield Oaks. First the reserves, number 2, Meredith Stanke. Number 4, Alyssa Lanning. Number 5, Lainey Deere. Number 6, Kylie Marco. Number 11, Lydia Fleury. Number 14, Olivia Vielbig. Number 15, Hayden Colley. Number 28, Kennedy Volbright. And number 35, Addison Martin. Now the starting lineup, leading off and playing right field, number 1, Marissa Kotke. Batting second and playing second base, number 3, Ryan Vielbig. Hitting third and playing center field, number 13, Olivia Robinson. The cleanup woman for the Oaks is the pitcher, number 9, Allie Lamanska. Batting fifth and playing left field, number 16, Stella Hoffman. The sixth batter is the third baseman, number 8, Alexis Liebenau. Batting seventh and catching for the Oaks, number 18, Savannah Tapp. Hitting eighth and playing first base, number 12, Georgia Hoffman. The ninth batter is the designated player, number 7, Lainey Shett. And the flex player and shortstop for the Oaks is number 10, Krista Sabo. The head coach of the Oakfield Oaks in his third season is Rob Schaefer. He is assisted by Paige Peterson, Tim Lamanska, and Emily Patterson. The umpires for the Division 5 State Championship game include Wayne Siskin of Cameron at third base, Tom Hack of Wausau at first base, and Randy Tilkey of Greenfield behind the plates. To help make these games possible, consider becoming an umpire yourself. Visit WIAAWI.org/officials for information on becoming certified. Good luck.
So it's the Cardinals and the Oaks. These two teams combined 5 losses on the entire year. And the Pachelli Cardinals are looking to go back-to-back against the Oaks, and the Oaks trying to seek vengeance and going for their 7th state championship. They went for it last year, couldn't get it, but they're seeking their first title since 2021. So these teams all familiar with the spotlight, Mike.
For sure, and of course, Oakfield last year went through Assumption. Pacelli got by Assumption yesterday. In this one, as we inch our way closer, the Cardinals in their white uniforms, red sleeves, red socks, the red bows in the hair, Pacelli in black letters across the front. Oakfield in their black jerseys, orange socks, orange numbers, orange pinstripes, and in script, Oakfield will be across the front in orange, white bows in the hair for the Oaks as they take the field, and Ali Lamanska, who pitched in this game last year against Hannah Trzynski, and then later Peyton Mansell, will take the circle for her warm-up tosses.
This will be a very fun game. Since this is my first time being over here at Goodman, I'm feeling the excitement. The nerves are in there, but mainly the excitement is here, and we're just hoping that the rain here for this game can hold off. Thank you to our game day sponsors, Lee Ayers Jewelers, Blinds and Designs by Kelly, Point Insurance, and Premier Auto. Our game is also sponsored by Seamless Roofing. Does your roof need attention? Call Seamless Commercial Roofing in Marshfield today. They are your hail damage experts, and they serve all of central Wisconsin with both residential and commercial roofing. Get the free estimate at Seamless Commercial Roofing. Maddie Pionic to lead things off for the Pachelli Cardinals, and she is having an amazing freshman year this season, batting .379 going into state here in Madison.
Absolutely. So we get set for first pitch as Pionic steps in. It looks like it'll be around 8:07. First pitch here on Championship Saturday as Lamanska wheels and delivers.
Here we go. First pitch just missed inside for a ball. Looked like a pretty good fastball from Lamanska.
Yeah, she throws it well. She's very good with her command, as she was last year.
Big swing and a miss. Strike one. First strike of the ball game here in the state championship for Division 5.
And of course, Pachelli, the only defending champs with a chance to repeat after the big news last night, Kaukauna losing to Milton. So of the 5 defending champions, Kaukauna is out. Freedom did not make it. Broadhead lost yesterday, and Iowa Scandinavia did not get out of regionals. So Pachelli, the only team with a chance to go back-to-back.
A big moment, big opportunity after Pionic fouls this one off. So the count remains at 1-2 on the freshman. From the stretch, Lamanska. Pionic makes contact high and deep in right field, and it gets over the head, and Pionic's rounding second. She's going to make her way to third base to lead off the game for the Pachelli Cardinals. As Marissa Kotke wasn't able to make the play on it.
And the crazy thing is, if this was yesterday, that ball's probably gone. The wind was blowing to right for the first 2 days of this tournament. Now it's still. There's no wind at all. And she still one-hop the fence. It's an absolute missile of a swing as here comes Ilka.
These Pachelli players all season long, they have really been able to dial it in with the bats. And Wolski says just swing the bat and have fun to her girls. And they do that exact thing. And this team all about family. And they're trying to keep it that way. Hannah Trzynski on deck after Elka fouls this one off, but a perfect 12-0 in the CWC South. 22-2 in the regular season went the Pachelli Cardinals, going on to win 5 games since then with a 27-2 record, and this one's belted right into center field, caught in center, and this should be the sacrifice fly for the first run of the ball game for the Cardinals. They're up early, 1-0, 1 down here in the first.
Ball was hit right on the nose, right at center field. Olivia Robinson made the play, but it didn't matter. It was going to be an easy run for Pionic.
Pionic's got a lot of speed there, but Elke hit that one pretty deep. And it's the lone senior on the Cardinals in her last game in a Pachelli uniform, Hannah Trzynski. And she has had a lustrous career.
Yeah, defending Division 5 State Player of the Year a lot of it because of what she did in this very game. Last year she hit one off the center field fence, drove in 4, got the win in the circle. She was the difference maker in that championship game last season.
Fastball down in the dirt from Lamanska. It's a 1-2 count on Trzynski. Trzynski this season batting just over 500, a very consistent hitter with the Cardinals. A ground ball over to shortstop. The throw to first is in time. Nice throw from Krista Sable.
Sable, yep. Yep, Krista Sable, who's the flex player.
2 down here in the first inning. And Kaylin Yenter will step up to the plate, and she had the walk-off run differential RBI in this game after she takes a strike.
Yeah, she had quite the day in the state semifinal.
Yenter, a very patient hitter on this Pachelli team. Another strike in there.
And 1-1 on Yenter, again moving from shortstop to behind the plate.
0-2 the count. And Yenter pops this one up and playable. The catch is made in right field by Kotke. And that will conclude the top of the first inning. 1 run off of 1 hit. Pjanic with the big triple and Elka with the sacrifice fly. We'll be back for the Division 5 state championship here on Zaleski Sports.
Sportsmanship doesn't stop when the game ends.
Rocky Rococo.
My pizza!
Pizza, pan-style pizza.
I love it!
Cheese sauce, toppings and spices.
You'll love it too!
Rocky Rococo. Whole pie or slices. Hot, thick, chewy, crunchy, saucy. Rocky Rococo. Pizza. Rocky Rococo.
Just a reminder,
Welcome back to Madison, everybody. Today's game is presented by one of our playoff sponsors, Piarski Funeral Home. Piarski Funeral Home is Stevens Point's very own fourth-generation funeral service provider. Their long reputation of professionalism and genuine concern for the families they serve makes Piarski Funeral Home the place to turn when you experience the loss of a loved one. That's Piarski Funeral Home, with locations in Stevens Point and Plover, and online at piarskifuneralhome.com. Peyton Mansell on the mound again.
Of course, a big thanks to Pisarski Funeral Home.
Absolutely. A big thank you to them for being
playoff sponsors.
One of our playoff sponsors. Peyton Mansell, she will be on the helm once again for the Cardinals. She pitched an absolute gem yesterday against Assumption, gave up 0 runs in the ball game, and she got into a couple of situations, but she figured her way out of them fairly easily. And Mansell, she's got a .74 ERA entering the state tournament, and she now has 10 wins on the year with a 10-1 record. A pitcher with a very high whiff rate on these batters, but we'll see how Oakfield can respond here in the bottom half of the first. Down 1-0, Marissa Kotke to lead things off for the Oaks. Here's the first pitch. Fastball up high, 1-0 to count.
And of course, Mansell got the championship winning called third strike last year. And I'm sure Oakfield remembers that pitch very, very vividly.
Second pitch just caught the interior of the zone. Should be a 1-1 count. From the stretch, here she goes. Sets to bunt and bunts right through it. Another strike. 1-2 the count, and you got to make that call of that third strike from Mansell in the championship last year.
Yeah, it was a crazy game. Oakfield almost came all the way back as Mansell gets the punch out.
Swing and a miss. Down goes Kotke. And that is the high whiff rate
Second baseman, Ryan Vielbeek.
from Peyton Mansell.
That'll be another first Serve Pro strikeout of the day.
First Serve Pro strikeout of the day. Serve Pro Jamie Wenzel at Serve Pro for the #1 choice in cleanup and restoration. Serve Pro like it never even happened. And a fastball once again, just finding the zone, and the communication all year long between Mansell and Yenter has just been on point, and not even with Mansell, it's all the pitchers with Kalen. So here's the 1. Fastball, tried to catch it outside. Just missed the plate. It's a 1-1 count.
Yeah, Ryan Vielbeek, the #2 hitter for Oakfield, comes in hitting .365. Perfect 2-hitter, 25 runs scored.
And a tapper right up to Yenter, and she dropped it. A very rare drop, but that ball stayed really low after she made contact with it. A very tough play to make, but probably a play that she should have made.
Absolutely, it was in and out. It was in her glove. That's going to be an E2. So the first error of the game for Pachelli.
So Vielbeek with the 1-2 count, and she takes a ball outside. Mansell really trying to hit the outer corner of the zone. But home plate umpire Randy Tilke definitely staying consistent with it as of now. And a little chopper over to Mansell, and the throw to Trzynski is in time for the second out, and Olivia Robinson will be the next batter in the third spot, the center fielder for the Oaks.
Robinson was in this spot last year, had some huge numbers. I mean, look at this. Her numbers this year, 627 average, 36 RBIs.
A mammoth of a batting average from Robinson.
An all-state player.
And Robinson's going to just have a little blooper drop there in center field, and it is a base hit for Olivia, and that batting average speaks truth.
Yeah, a sinking liner there. And Ilka, who's playing deep, knowing what she could do, was not able to get there in time. Just played on a hop to give Lamanska a chance to try and tie this game.
So the first hit of the ball game here for the Oaks. And Ellie Lamanska, it's the pitcher-on-pitcher matchup here in the first. And a high fastball. Yenter got out of the crouch, thought about throwing it back to first. The 1-0 count here to Lamanska. Fastball caught the inside corner, and it's 1-1 to the senior.
Lamanska, right-handed hitter.
Here's the 1-1, a big swing and a miss. And once again, the high whiffs from the fastball of Peyton Mansell. But when she can get her off speed going too, she might be one of the most unhittable pitchers out there. Not even in Division 5, maybe in the state. Fastball outside, just missed it. It's a 2-2 count. We're even here with 2 down here in this 1-0 ball game.
Yeah, Mansell doing a very good job so far, mixing her speeds, locations, going inside and out.
And here comes the 2-2 off speed. Got her swinging. Down goes Lamanska. And no runs off the one hit for the Oaks as we head to the top of inning number 2 with Kelsey Giese to lead things off for the Cardinals here in this Division 5 championship game on Zaleski Sports.
Join the Wisconsin Department of Transportation's Buckle Up Phone Down.
If you're looking for delicious, you've found it at Rock and Roll Cafe in Stevens Point. This family-oriented 50s themed cafe is open 7 to 3 daily with a great diverse menu of American and Mexican breakfast and lunch options. Enjoy dine-in or carry-out 7 days a week and always served quickly, fresh with a smile. For the full menu and more about this local Stevens Point gem on Stanley Street, visit rockandroll.cafe. And now open on Saturday nights. Try the new Rock and Roll Cafe Bar and Grill on Church Street.
Welcome back, everybody, to Madison here in this Division 5 Softball State Championship. Today's game is presented by Mutual of Wausau. Mutual of Wausau Insurance, protecting homes, farms, and businesses since 1875. Visit mutualofwausau.com to find an agent near you. And by Felt's Dairy. The culture of Wisconsin is forever tied to life on the farm. Bring the family for a visit to Felt's Dairy Store in Stevens Point. Cheeses, dairy products, local meats, seasonal decor, and so much more. Felt's Dairy Store, food, family, and fun. Kelsey Giese to lead things off here. For the Cardinals in the second inning, Ellie Lemansky in her second inning of work here in this 1-0 ball game. I was very shocked that the triple for Pionic was ruled as a triple. Looked like it could have been playable in center. I know it went just over the head.
Usually if it doesn't touch the glove, they're not going to rule it an error. And that ball was hit so hard by Pionic that I think it was a pretty easy triple call.
She did make some very good contact on it.
The second for the Pachelli Cardinals. Shortstop.
So Lamanska getting her second inning. Again, she started, gave up some runs early last year as well, looking to kind of calm down, settle things down on a completely different day than what we had last year as the first one's fouled off by Giese. It was sunny, bright, warm last year. Here, overcast, about 62, 63 degrees. I'm keeping a close eye on the weather, looking west.
Hoping that weather can stay off here. An off-speed pitch here from Lamanska. Missed it upstairs. It's 1-1 on Giese. And Kelsey, she has a couple of home runs here in these playoffs. She had one in the regional against Tri-County, as well as in the sectional championship game against Newman Catholic.
That was another rematch from last year as well.
Giese makes some good contact on it. Fouled it off, though. 2-2. The count with Amelia Martini awaiting on deck. 23 runs, 27 RBIs on the season for Kelsey. And Kelsey, just a little fly ball into nothing in foul territory. So the count will remain at 2-2. The crowd turnout here also pretty good today here at Goodman Diamond, and the crowd's going to keep building as the day goes on. And a fastball from Lamanska upstairs. Full count now on the sophomore.
I tried to get the riser to the shoulders and get a chase, but Giese with a good eye to hold up.
It was a good idea, and now a fastball missed it down low. Tried to frame it well for her was Samantha Tapp. But Pachelli has their first base runner here of the second inning with a 1-0 lead. And Pachelli very aggressive on the base pads all throughout the season. We'll see if they try to test the arm of Tapp. This ball hit in the air once again, just out of play. Almost had a play on it in foul territory. In right field was Kotke.
And you can tell, the leadoff hitter, a ton of speed in right field. She made a nice play to end the first. That time she just was maybe a half a step shy of being able to make a play on that Martini foul ball.
It started fair, and then it faded about 10 feet foul, and she reaches out on this one over to short, and the play gets made at second. Martini safe at first, so pretty much the same situation, but with one down here in the second, and Ava Tess will step up to the plate.
On some faster infields that are more harder dirt or turf, that might have been a double play ball. That was tailor-made 6-4 on the out at second base, but it's Martini hustling out, was able to make the play as Tess drops down a bunt.
And she's been doing that well all year. The throw just got it off in time from third base. Was Alexis Lieb now.
Tess still standing on first base. Can't believe. And I think
that was a very close play.
She is
over at first base. That was a bang play.
Coach Molsky is going to go and talk to our umpires, and I don't remember the rule if there's review in championship games.
That I would not know either. She's standing on first base, though, pretty confident, and now she's walking off first base.
And that gets some applause from the Oakfield faithful to our left. Sitting on the third base side, Pacelli first base side.
2 down for Peyton Mansell, but she does have a runner in scoring position. As now Mansell gets intentionally walked here. So Oakfield didn't want to deal with Peyton hitting, and she can barrel one up pretty well, but
she had a big game yesterday.
The following hitter can also barrel it up pretty well in Kaden Nelson, and we got a courtesy runner for Mansell. Jaden Zdroik.
Yeah, exceptional speed. Our Cardinals fans know her from basketball season.
Very great basketball player, and she's only a freshman. She averaged around 24 points per game in her freshman year, and things will just keep looking up for this team as there's another one of the basketball players on deck who hit the pandemonium at Pachelli buzzer, and hit by pitch is Kaden Nelson. That one got very close to the helmet area, but got her right on that right shoulder. And the bases, just like that, go from only a runner on second to loaded with 2 down. And Maddie Pionic, the lone Pachelli player, or one of the players who has a hit for Pachelli,
and they're looking
at a triple.
They're looking at Nelson's shoulder, and she shakes it off. She's good.
Kaden Nelson, she was dealing with a shoulder injury earlier in the year, and Molsky didn't really play her out in the outfield where she typically plays, but she was pretty good. But that must have been the shoulder where she had the surgery. A pop-up from Pionic into center field, and no damage is dealt as Robinson makes the catch. Our score remains 1-0, headed to the bottom of the second here in this Division 5 state championship game here on Zaleski Sports.
Customize your next apparel order with Maida Custom Apparel of Stevens Point. Visit us today for custom baseball and softball apparel. Need help with a design? We have you covered. Our highly skilled staff will turn your idea into a reality with great quality screen printing. Or choose from a variety of embroidery options today. Visit us at our physical store or online at maidacustom.com.
We welcome all of our viewers back in Madison. Everybody, thank you for tuning in live here on Zaleski Sports. Mike Wendlandt, Brendan Retzloff here for the coverage of our Division 5 State Softball Championship. Today's game's presented by Express Employment. Express Employment Professionals has relationships with all the local businesses and job openings. Call or stop in at Express Employment to find the right career path for you. And by Shoot a Funeral. Shoot a Funeral Home is your local family-owned and operated funeral home committed to serving families with compassionate, individualized, and affordable funerals. Shoot a Funeral Home of Stevens Point and Plover. Sky is starting to get a little bit darker out here in Madtown.
Yeah, I'm just keeping an eye on my weather app. I'm looking west. We're facing pretty much north where we sit here. Line home plate. I'm just taking a look. You can smell it as well. It's one of those things where you can smell you can feel the humidity. It's a weather temperature wise. I love it. I'm a guy who likes it in the 60s, but just I look at the overcast skies, and I don't think it's going to be rain for too long, or it's going to be heavy at all. But it could be stuff that's a nuisance that could cause some issues for us just because of our equipment. And again, we'll let you all know if anything happens or changes. And so keep an eye on your screen. There, I will have messages on the screen if we do go into a rain delay, because we're gonna have to move all of our audio equipment to a safer spot and everything, so I will let everyone know if something changes.
Stella Hoffman, first batter at the plate here for Oakfield, and she swings and misses at the first pitch. Down 0-1, a 479 batting average for Stella, so she's another one of those hefty hitters here for the Oaks.
And all these names I remember from last year, and I knew coming in last year that this team always can hit. Oakfield, a powerhouse on the softball diamond, and have been for years. Again, 6 titles doesn't happen by accident.
Yeah, chasing their 7th in a row, and they've had quite a few wins this season that have been very dominant, including 2 17-2 wins, a 17-0 win, and a swing and a miss. Down goes Hoffman, but they ended their season 21-3. Their road to get here, they ended up playing Lourdes Academy in the regional, 110-0 in 5 innings, and then played against Cambria Friesland, 110-3, and then Johnson Creek, a 5-1 victory, and then in the sectional championship against Barnfeld, a 3-0 win. So a little less on the offense in those last couple of games, but then yesterday as well, they got the 7-3 win against Thorpe.
Yeah, on Thursday, late Thursday night, they played the night game.
Or 2 days ago, yeah.
As Liebnow is down 0-2.
I'm losing track of my days and time out here.
Yeah, they played the game right after your game, after the Auburndale game.
Yes, that game was on Thursday night. The 0-2 count here.
It was a game Pachelli played last year in that night game.
Here on Liebnow. And Liebnow takes a ball upstairs. So the third baseman, she made a pretty great play in the last half inning, making the play off the bunt attempt from Tess. And she got the throw in there just in time, and what a pitch. Called strike 3 from Peyton Mansell. And when she gets those pitches executed into those certain spots, like I said, she is one of the toughest pitchers to hit off of in any situation.
Yeah, not much that Liebnow could do on that one. It was right on the inside corner, cutting in. The most you could do is hit it off the hands, and it'd be either a pop-up or a slow ground ball.
4 strikeouts in this ball game for Peyton.
And it's awesome to see Peyton so much more comfortable than last year. You could tell with Pachelli last year, like this year also, a very young team. Peyton is so calm in the circle right now, and you can tell she is really locked in, dialed in, and ready to win, looking to win a championship.
Absolutely. She is really feeling it. Another strike is in there. 1-1 the count. As she has struck out 3 batters in a row so far. Looking for number 4 here on Savannah Tapp, the senior catcher, who fouls this one right into the netting. So it'll be a 1-2 count. And now as these Oakfield hitters, you gotta really cover that zone because Mansell, she's dialed in with her pitches early.
And I say, so far, a good crowd here at Goodman, despite the weather risks and the early morning start. Wonder how many, I'm guessing a lot of them stayed here overnight.
The 1-2 foul tip into the mitt of Yenter. Down goes Tapp. Down goes the side. 4 consecutive strikeouts for Peyton Mansell as she is getting very comfortable for Pachelli. On top 1-0, headed to the 3rd inning of this Division 5 state championship here on Zaleski Sports.
At Nicolay Bank, we believe that our hometown communities are the backbone of what makes Wisconsin special. From Crivets to Manitowoc and Algoma to Grand Chute, you see a thriving community with Nicolay Bank working as a partner, acting not as a corporation, but a community. When we serve together with local entrepreneurs and leaders, great things happen. That is our guiding principle. A strong and successful hometown means a strong and successful Wisconsin. We are proud to be a part of that. Nicolay Bank. Real people, real conversations.
Is it? it time to replace your old gutters? Call Schwartz Seamless Gutters and protect your home with new seamless technology. No seams, no leaks. With free estimates in 2 days or less and workmanship guaranteed, our service is as seamless as our gutters.
Welcome back to Madison here at Goodman Diamond. It's the top of inning number 3 between the Pachelli Cardinals and the Oakfield Oaks. I just felt a raindrop, so there might be some inclement weather coming here to affect our broadcast, but Mike, he went over things with us and said we'd be putting things within our chat or on video to show you guys what's going on, because this game will continue, but if the rain really continues to fall, we'll have to pause our broadcast here for a bit. Katie Elka to lead things off for the Cardinals.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing is we also have to protect our equipment and everything, as it is starting to sprinkle a little bit here. But again, we are going to protect ourselves. But I will have messages on screen. It will be also in chat, but I'll also have it on screen to let you know if we do go into some sort of broadcast delay for this one and give you guys. And I will still be trying to run the scoreboard as well as I can.
First pitch swinging from Elka. It's in the air, and Lamanska makes the play as she calls off the rest of her infielders for out number 1. Elka had the sacrifice fly RBI in that first inning, and now it's Hannah Trzynski, who's 0 for 1 here in the ball game with a 6-3 put out. 1 down here in this third inning. First pitch right off the bat and then right off the catcher's mask.
Yeah, right off the mask of Savannah Tapp.
Those were probably a good wake-up call to get you going, but I'm sure with all the nerves and excitement headed into a game like this, all of these players are definitely very wide awake. 0-1, and Trzynski belts one into right field, and it'll be a base hit for the senior. So Kaylin Yunter has a runner on first base. Pachelli has their second hit here of the ball game. Just a few raindrops coming down here. It's not anything too serious yet, and a big swing and a miss off the fastball from Lamanska. A really good pitch.
Yeah, we got some sprinkles falling right now. Just covered up our top of our camera where we have our connection to our audio, so we're going to try and do those again. Again, not expecting heavy rain, but it's that shower that's just kind of annoying. It kind of hovers.
Definitely annoying for us broadcasters. A changeup off speed that just missed. Looked like a really good pitch from Lamanska. 2-1 the count here on Yenter Trzynski, the runner on first base.
Yeah, that changeup just missing high and tight.
And a ground ball, chopper over to short. Double play chance, 6-4 and 3, no good. And Yenter thought about going 2, and she goes back on the base because she ended up rounding towards second base. And we could hear a bunch of the Oakfield crowd saying, "Take her," because she was definitely in a position where she could have been tagged out, and that would have been the end of the inning for Pachelli. Instead, it continues, and Kelsey Giese goes to the plate. She took a walker last time up, a big swing and a miss.
Yeah, Giese, or I should say Yenter, made the turn, but there's not a ton of room in foul territory, and the nets are very tight off the dugout, so the ball bounces very well off the fronts of those dugouts.
Absolutely, and a changeup from Lamanska. Once again, missed it upstairs. 1-1, and with those changeups, I don't know if missing it upstairs is the best place to miss, because that's closer into making some pretty solid contact, especially when these Pachelli hitters swing over the top.
If you're going to miss up, you got to miss way up, around the shoulders or higher. She was trying to get to, but I know she also has a really good outfield.
1-2 and a swing and a miss. It's the first strikeout of the day for Ali Lamanska, and one hit for the Cardinals doesn't deal any damage at all. Our score remains 1-0 here in this Division 5 state title game, as Georgia Hoffman will lead things off for Oakfield coming up here on Zaleski Sports.
You're tuned in to Better Halves. Mike, what are you looking for?
Skip, I'm not getting older. I'm getting better. I still got big plans for my life and my Medicare.
I know exactly what you want from Medicare. Same as all the other guys. Me!
Hey, Mike, I'm Sheila from Security, and I'm just like you. In fact, I'm from your neighborhood, and I've got a Medicare plan that treats you like you.
Did it just get better in here?
Welcome back to all of our viewers here in this Division 5 state championship game between the 2-seed Pachelli and number 1 seed Oakfield Oaks. Today's game is brought to you by Rock and Roll Cafe. Treat the whole family to breakfast or lunch at the Rock and Roll Cafe. Mexican and American dishes cooked to perfection daily on Stanley Street in Stevens Point. Mansell getting ready for a third inning of work, but going to last night, it's the national news going around. I mean, we could assume national. The Kaukauna Galloping Ghosts, the 108-game winning streak, coming to an end against Milton. And what a streak. I mean, 4 games away from making big-time history there.
I mean, first of all, we got to give what a job by the Milton Redhawks. They had an 11-inning game on Thursday against New Richmond that they had to walk off, and their pitcher set the strikeout record for Division I with 18 in that game. She only struck out 3 last night against what was a consensus number 1 team in the state, and I think they're number 4 in the country in Kaukauna. And they score 3 in the 7th to win that game, and to move on to the championship game, they'll take on Kenosha Bradford. That'll close out the tournament. That'll be the game following our final game of the day.
And that pitcher for Milton,
Gwen Baker, right?
Gwen Baker, and she has an outstanding earned run average and 22-2 on wins and losses. So she's their pitcher.
Absolutely, and best of luck to all 10 teams playing today. We'll have 5 champions crowned by the end of the day. Today is George Hoffman is in.
Championship Saturday, first pitch in their first strike on Hoffman, and just caught the outer corner of the zone for Mansell on the fastball. 0-1 the count on the 3-12 hitter, the junior for Oakfield. Her first at-bat of the day, a swing and a miss. The number 8 hitter, and then Lane Shep in the 9 spot as the designated player. 0-2 the count on Hoffman. Here it comes from Mansell. Takes her time and fouls this one off. Hanging in there.
Yeah, Mansell, again, has been super, super sharp. Early on, she's locating very well. And outside of the 1 hit, it's been a lot of soft contact against her, even on foul balls. Nothing has hit hard.
You pointed out she was nervous in last year's state appearance, and you can tell. I mean, there are not that many nerves that are there. What a pitch hitting the inner part of the zone. 5 consecutive strikeouts for Peyton Mansell, and she is just on a tear right now.
And even when I said it last year, I wouldn't even say quite nerves. I mean, everyone, I think, had butterflies in the tournament last year. This is a very, very young team. They're going to have everyone back except for one superstar in Trzynski. But all these players are going to go for, if they can hang on here, they're looking for a three-peat. And they're all back. So this is a team that is built to be a threat for a long time.
Absolutely. First, they got to focus on this type of game if they want to have those hopes at a three-peat. A chopper right to Mansell. Went right off the plate and a really low throw. And Mansell missed the throw to first to Trzynski. She could have just handed it off to her, and it would have been an out.
Yeah, she kind of rushed things a little bit there. Wasn't quite on balance with the throw, and it was low. And Of course, Jasinski battling maybe a little bit of that knee injury as well. Couldn't quite reach low enough, and it rolled away. So an error, the second Pachelli error of the game, an E1 there that time.
These are Pachelli's first 2 errors here in their time here in Madison. Did not have any errors yesterday against Assumption. Drops a bunt down. It's a good one. And the throw to first just got her in time as Shep advances to second base on Kotke's sacrifice bunt. A very good situation to do that in a nice throw, too, and recovery by Mansell after messing up that first time.
Absolutely, and we talk about how good Mansell has been in the circle. It's still just 1-0. And you got Ryan Vielbig up at 365 hitter. Very good contact player. She could very easily tie this game and on what would be an unearned run with a base hit.
Vielbig hit a chopper over to Mansell in the first inning of the ball game, and she just threw it right over to Trzynski. So she's 0 for 1 in the game after taking a ball here. So 1-0 on the lefty junior.
And this is a player if you're Mansell, you want to get out with Robinson and her incredible batting average and power on deck.
Yeah, this is a very big at-bat in the ball game. I mean, on both sides, you have these Oakfield hitters, runner in scoring position for the first time here in this game, and they would love to take advantage of that and tie things up, maybe try to take the lead. And then on the opposition for Pachelli, once again, Mansell is dealing with this situation with a runner in scoring position. It's a big at-bat here. The 2-1 count. Fastball outside, 3-1, a really good hitter's count now on Vielbig. And she has a couple of pitches that she can play with here.
Yeah, you gotta think unless it's gonna be, we call it the shoebox. If it's a spot the size of a shoebox, if it's not there, don't swing.
Here comes the 3-1 from Mansell, a fastball right into the netting, and we are now at a full count. 3-2, 1-0 the score. Oakfield with a runner on second base. Ryan Vielbig trying to come in big here for the Oaks. Here's the fastball, grounder over to Giese, backhands it to throw to first, and is not in time as Vielbig able to beat it out. A very difficult play to make from the position that Giese was in, but it was right on the money, a bang-bang play.
Yeah, we've had a few of those now in this game of bang-bang plays. A couple, and both first two had been called out, one for each team on bunts. That time, when the umpires shifted over to second and third, it was a little bit of a farther look, and it's ruled she is safe, and it's a base hit. And now here is Robinson with a chance to give her team the lead, or at least tie with a base hit.
And this was the hitter Pachelli didn't want to deal with, and a very good jump on the pitch for Vielbig as she makes it over to second base. 2 runners in scoring position now for the Oaks, looking to get ahead early. Still down 1-0 though. They need at least another base runner here. And
that
this
ball's
is a
crushed.
chance. It's hit well over to the back wall. Robinson has an RBI double, maybe a triple. She's thinking 3. The throw to third, sliding in there, and she is safe. It is a 2-run triple for Olivia Robinson, and she has 2 of the 3 hits for the Oakfield Oaks. It looked like Mansell was going to be in full cruise control here in this third inning with the back-to-back strikeouts, and then all of a sudden, that error is coming to bite Pachelli.
And those are unearned runs due to the error, and Robinson again hitting now over 630. Will now be at third, so a wild pitch could bring in a run. A base hit for Sherwood from Lamanska. And Oakfield has completely turned this game around.
Absolutely.
And also now out hitting Pachelli 3-2.
On top, 2-1. It looked like a very good pitcher's duel, but some of these hitters, the 1, 2, 3 hitters of the Oaks, getting to Mansell here in the second time in the batting order fouls this one off. Is Lamonska down 0-2.
Yeah, it all started with the error for Shep and then Kaki the bunt, which is also a really close play at first. And then Vielbig ruled safe.
Two very
bang
close plays that we have seen here.
Both teams giving everything.
And this is what you want to see out of teams trying to win a state championship. Another strikeout here for Mansell to retire them. So that's strikeout number 6 for Peyton Mansell here today. But 2-run score for the Oaks of Oakfield, trying to win their 7th state championship. Pachelli trying to go back-to-back. 2-1 the score here in this Division 5 state championship on Zaleski Sports.
Hello, Wisconsin. Phelps Dairy Store in Stevens Point is your spot for family fun, Wisconsin style at the farm. Come have an ice cream or some of their daily made fresh cheese curds while observing the robotic barn milking the cows. Ask for a tour of the farm or let the kids see the cows up close. Various Wisconsin-made dairy and beef products, seasonal decor, and outdoor activities are just the start of the family fun that awaits you at the Phelps Dairy Store, just a half mile from Walmart in Stevens Point. Phelps Dairy Store, food, family, and fun.
Rich, creamy, and fun. Point Craft Soda. Caffeine-free, made with 100% real sugar. From Stevens Point Brewery.
The work that you put in is the work you're going to get out. It starts in the weight room, focusing on those fundamentals, whether it's throwing form, hitting form, running form. So that way when you come to the game, you're not really thinking about them. In my sessions with Carter at WPI, I kind of learned how to be very strong and very flexible at the same time. High pressure situations, the world's pushing down on you and you're trying to push back. Don't let the moment get too big.
And we are back in Madison, everybody. 2-1 the score here in this Division 5 state title game. Top of inning number 4 coming up. Our game today is sponsored by Rocky Rococo's. Rocky Rococo's pan-style pizza and pasta is a Stevens Point favorite for dine-in, takeout, or delivery. Always supporting local and always an easy and affordable choice for your next family night out, fast food on the go, or even your next catering time for a party or work function. Enjoy Rocky Rococo's in Stevens Point and by Staub. Staub Construction is a premier builder of municipal and industrial water and wastewater treatment systems in the Midwest. Staub Construction, a 100% employee-owned company. Amelia Martini to lead things off here for Pachelli. She grounded into a fielder's choice her last time up. Tough play to make here at second, and it is not in time off the chopper, an infield base hit for Martini. So a few infield base hits we have seen in this ball game.
Yeah, only chance that Oakfield had would be to all-in-one motion, turn and throw, and it would have been just an unbelievable play, and Martini hustling gets the leadoff single.
Ava Tess now at the plate for the Cardinals. She swings at this one, a double play chance, 6-4, and Tess with the speed gets to first. So once again, the same outcome as what we saw back in inning number 2, as Tess is aboard off the fielder's choice. Could have been a double play, but with the speed of Ava Tess, she was easily able to get there.
And a humid day, a softer field that's just not going to be quite there, as it is fully overcast. Now it's almost to the point where I almost think they might need to get the lights on with how dark it is right now.
I'm surprised that the lights here are not on. And you're right, it just has that feeling of there is some rain that is in this area. A fastball up high here from Lamonska. 1-1 the count. Peyton Mansell got intentionally walked her first time up. So this is her possibly first official at-bat here. A 1-1 and a foul tip. 1-2 the count. Kaden Nelson awaiting on deck. Both teams even at 3 hits here in the ballgame. The big difference has been the errors committed by Pachelli, 2 of them in the game. A very high pitch, almost got away. Good catch back there by Tap.
Yeah, as Lamanska has done such a good job of pitching to contact so far and getting really soft ground balls, as Coach Molsky almost gets her visor knocked off of her head by that foul line drive down the third baseline.
That ball was belted by Mansell. Laid back on it just a little too long.
Yeah, not quite long enough. She has to wait back just a touch more. But ball inside, she's able to get the barrel enough, but well located so that she couldn't keep it fair.
2-2 and got her swinging. Lamanska able to get her second strikeout of the ball game as Mansell goes down, and there are 2 gone here in the 4th. So Kaden Nelson, she got hit by a pitch her last time up, runner on first base. 2 gone, first pitch, just missed it. Outside, 1-0 the count here. The wind's starting to pick up a little bit too here at Goodman.
Yeah, it's good. It's starting to go back a left to right like we had the first couple of days.
Fastball caught the outer corner of the plate.
Not as gusty as it was Thursday or Friday.
Not even as close to as gusty. We had wind conditions at around 25, 30 miles per hour. Blowing from left to right field, a big swing and a miss. And it's a 1-2 count now as Lamanska is hitting her pitches very well here in the 4th.
Yeah, she has been very solid all game.
And a very high fastball, and she got her chasing as Kaden Nelson goes down, and 2 consecutive strikeouts for Lamanska. Our score remains 2-1, headed to the bottom of the 4th here in the Division 5 state title game here on Zaleski Sports.
Let your job journey begin at Express Employment Professionals. Find hundreds of employers looking for a candidate like you, all in one place at one time. And let Express Employment help connect you with your future career. With locations in Stevens Point, Wausau, Marshfield, and Medford, you'll find local jobs right in your community, including direct hire and evaluation to hire opportunities. Express Employment specializes in light industrial, skilled trades, professional, and office careers. Begin your job journey today with Express Employment Professionals at expresspros.com.
After a couple years of a job that doesn't fit, it's time for more money, more opportunity. That is where Mid-State Technical College comes in. Would cooking be a good fit? Try on a career in welding. Perhaps the outdoors suits you better. Or maybe helping people is a better fit. No matter your path, we've got cutting-edge classes with field-trained professionals and better tuition options, making Mid-State the perfect fit.
Welcome back to Goodman Diamond here in Madison, Wisconsin, everybody. Today's game is presented by Next Step. Next Step Prosthetics, providing prosthetics and orthotics throughout central Wisconsin. Take your next step and contact them today. Also by S.C. Swiderski. An SCS apartment or home is where you want to live, work, and play all throughout central Wisconsin, the Chippewa Valley, and the Fox Valley. No matter where you live, look to S.C. Swiderski to make you feel right at home. Visit scSwiderski.com for more, and the rain is starting to make its appearance a little more here in Madison. Stella Hoffman to lead things off here for Oakfield, and the Pachelli outfield doing the chicken dance. So they're having some fun out there between Katie Elka, Kaden Nelson, and Amelia Martini. Down 2-1 though here in the game. Peyton Mansell to continue her work on the mound, and Hoffman, she struck out back in the 2nd. The senior this season, batting .479, fastball inside. 1-0 the count as the fans are getting all their pullovers out, and I don't see any umbrellas whatsoever. Maybe not allowed into the stadium.
Look to your right.
Except for one of the PA guys, but literally all the fans out here, I don't see a single
They're getting ponchos on and
umbrella out there. 1-1.
And just heads up, we will get some word soon as there's going to be a base hit to center.
And that ball is hit very lightly, very soft into center field, and it's a base hit for Stella Hoffman. Alexis Lieb now will go to the plate here with a runner on first base. First time we have seen the rain here in Madison, as a pinch runner, or a courtesy runner, will be in, and it's Kylie Macro, or Marco.
Marco, the pinch runner at first base for Oakfield.
So Rob Schaefer wanted to make a little bit of a change there, take advantage with a base runner early here, maybe try to steal a base yet again. As my scorebook's starting to get a little wet.
Alexis Liebenow.
And of course, we're getting we're protecting our power strip,
doing anything that we can to provide what we have here for you guys. And drops a bunt, and it's another beauty. Pionix throw to first, over to Tess in time. The runner advances to second, just like what we saw on inning number 3. This is how Oakfield got things going. Just playing the short ball. So Samantha Tapp will come to the plate here. She struck out back in the second. Tapp batting .283 on the year, 18 RBIs on the season. Has a runner in scoring position here. Foul ball, and that goes well over the broadcasting area. Out of play. 0-1 the count here. Just about halfway through our ball game here today. And a little blooper over to short. The throw to first is in time. Throw back to third. A dangerous one, to say the least. And in there safely is Marco. And 2 are gone with a runner at third base now.
As now it's going to be up to Hoffman as
first baseman, Georgia
you're going to be taking the full lead here. I'm going to keep on keeping an eye on our stuff here as we're going to keep our equipment as dry as humanly possible.
And this pitch gets away. This is trouble, and it's a wild pitch and a run scores. And it's 3-1 Oakfield. That is a very rare miss pitch to see from Peyton Mansell here for the Cardinals. And Molsky still sticking with her ace, though. A few mistakes have been made. And Ann told me after yesterday's game that today's game is going to come down to who makes the least amount of mistakes. And right now, it's been Oakfield, as they are sitting at 0 errors. And Pachelli has 2. As, yeah, Mike, you're doing a darn good job at doing the best of keeping cover of our equipment and everything. This is when an umbrella would be super beneficial for us. But my scorebook is probably about to see the last of its days. 2-1. The count here on Tap. 1 run scored on the wild pitch. Or on Hoffman. Yeah, thank you.
Tap had the ground out to short. So 2-2.
2-2 the count here on Georgia. Four hits in the ball game for Oakfield. They've been playing very soft ball, and this pitch down in the dirt. Not very close. 3-2. A few crazy pitches right now from Mansell here. Not sure if the conditions with the rainfall and makes it a little bit more slippery on the release of the pitch. The 3-2. Here it comes. And this one is in there for a strike. Called strike 3 looking. Strikeout number 8 of the game as Georgia Hoffman goes down looking. Yet again, it's 3-1. Headed to the top of the 5th as the leadoff hitters for Pachelli will lead off inning number 5, down by 2 here in this state championship in Division 5 on Zaleski Sports.
You're gonna love it. You're gonna love home furniture.
Hi, this is Jill from Home Furniture and Design. Since 1970 and 4 generations, our family has been proudly offering quality furniture like Lazy Boy, Serta, and the Amish to Central Wisconsin. We also offer free in-home design with our professionally trained designers to help you create a space that is uniquely yours, whether it's just a sofa or the entire home.
You're gonna love it. You're gonna love home furniture.
West Grand Avenue, Wisconsin Rapids, and Post Road in Plover.
Why work for Staub Construction?
Everybody around you is just family.
Everybody seems to bond together and get along good, and
They, I believe, truly care about their employees.
Staub has a great benefits package.
Staub is an employee-owned company that puts a large emphasis on work-life balance.
And everybody wants to see everybody succeed. It's a good place to work.
Join the team at Staub Construction. Apply now at staubco.com.
And we are back here in Madison for this Division 5 state championship game. Our score 3-1 Oakfield over Pachelli here in the rematch. Today's game is sponsored by Pizarski Funeral Home. Pizarski Funeral Home, Stevens Point's very own 4th generational funeral service provider. Their long reputation of professionalism and a genuine concern for the families they serve makes Pizarski Funeral Home the place to turn to when you experience the loss of a loved one. That's Pizarski Funeral Home, with locations in Stevens Point and Plover, and online at pizarskifuneralhome.com. The rain is still continuing to fall here in Madison, but we thank you again, Pizarski Funeral Home, for being one of our playoff sponsors. A very special thank you from all of us here at Zaleski Sports. Be sure to tune in to the Division II state championship between Waupun and Mosinee, where Mike will be on the call for that one at 4 o'clock.
And of course, that's our time now to be determined, potentially.
That is why I said hopefully right at the very end.
I'm hoping it'll be
first pitch from Lamanska downstairs on Pionic.
And of course, say forecast changing as we speak.
Today is a bunch of ominous weather conditions that we have, and very possibly could be a rainy one.
Yeah, usually it waits until baseball, but it seems like it's willing to start and get in our nerves early.
2-0 on Pionic inside. And speaking of baseball, those baseball games for state will begin next week, and we'll also be doing some coverage of some games there.
Yeah, Pachelli, Mosinee, and Oak Creek.
The 3-0, and Pionic has a couple of pitches to play with here. First one she takes, 3-1. Lamanska doing a very good job since this first inning. Actually, just since the first hitter of the ball game. And Pionic lines one right into the outfield, went right off of the third baseman's glove, and she dives into second base with a hustle double to really get this Pachelli crowd going, and down by 2 runs.
And that was just ruled an E5.
Wow. That ball is struck very well.
It was absolutely smoked. It got on the third baseman very quickly, and she got a glove on it, which is I think why they gave it the error. But now here is going to be Ilka, the chance to get it back within 1.
Ilka had the sacrifice fly to score the lone run of the game for the Cardinals. Since then, Pachelli's really been shut down from innings 2 through 4.
Yeah, Lamanska's been great, and she had this little bit stretch last year as well, but you can tell with the rain and with things that her velocity is down right now. She's throwing it softer, just making sure she has a grip on the ball, and she's not quite what she was in the first inning as far as velocity or quite command. And also when she's getting tired, she threw a lot in the Thorpe game.
On Thursday, yeah.
Last year she threw a lot in the Assumption game and then had to throw against Pachelli in the title game as well. And so it's easier on an arm than baseball, but softball, there's still going to be fatigue in the arm.
Another 3-0 again here on Elka. And now she's once again got a couple of pitches to play with, but 2 3-0 counts on the first 2 batters early for Lamanska. So,
and I do think I wonder if it could be fatigue. It's in a lot of these pitchers have thrown a ton of innings.
Right into center field, and it's going to get through the glove of Robinson in center, and Oka slides into second with an RBI single and an E8, the first error, or the second error of the inning here for Oakfield, and just like that, we are now even on errors.
Well, it looks like
between the teams.
We'll keep an eye on it. Right now, it's might be listed as a double because, again, she might not have touched it.
That's interesting.
For me personally, I have that as a single and an error.
It
looks like they might be ruling that a double.
I noticed that she didn't touch it, but it seemed like it was a very easy one to play.
The ball did not bounce as she was expecting.
And Hannah Trzynski has a chance to tie up or maybe even take the lead here in this ball game for Pachelli. I'm not even sure if I can write that much stuff in this scorebook anymore with it being kind of wet as it is, but we'll do our best here.
Absolutely, and props to all of our equipment that are battling through them as well. We got we're going full on makeshift, keeping everything dry.
It's been a battle out here, and this pitch down in the dirt, and it's gonna get away. It's a wild pitch. And Elka advances to third base on Lamanska's wild pitch. And once again, the Pachelli hitter is getting ahead in the count, which that's exactly what you wanted. Try to come back, tie the game, and maybe take the lead. And now a timeout is taken, and Ann Molsky is firing up this Pachelli crowd that is in attendance here today. And they showed up very well from Stevens Point.
Yeah, and Coach, a longtime staple of Oakfield, going to talk to his team and just kind of calm things down. Tying run with nobody out already at third, a 2-1 count on a dangerous hitter who made them pay last year in this very same spot. She was, again, she went out to dead center. She had one.
Wow.
That was, I mean, you'd think if maybe if there would have been a win, she could have maybe gotten to the scoreboard. It was off the fence.
Very deep territory back there at the scoreboard.
And we've seen it going back to her freshman year and in their first state run that for Tana, that she has that clutch gene. She thrives in the biggest moments, and there's one right here.
And she has been doing that all year long. In the game against Poynette, against a Division III foe, against the Pumas in Poynette, she had that lone RBI triple in the game to give them that 1-0 win. And Poynette, they're a very darn good Division III team, and Trzynski is going to tie up this game with a sacrifice, and she is very fired up. After that one, we are tied at 3 here in Madison, here in this Division V championship game, and you can tell both of these teams want it so badly.
Absolutely, and of course, for Pachelli in the first base dugout, so Trzynski crosses the bag after being thrown and immediately goes to her team and says, "Let's go. It's time. Let's win this."
It's almost like one of those Tom Brady getting riled up moments in the pre-games of
I was going to go
games.
I was going to go more Tim Tebow, but yeah, I agree with you on that one as well.
Tim Tebow's the more family-friendly way doing it. Tom Brady's way, a little
That's
more
crushed by Yenner.
That ball is hammered high and deep, right off the top of the wall, off the base of it now. Tough way to feel it over in left field, and it's a stand-up double for Kaylin Yenter. That ball is absolutely smoked.
That might have been the hardest hit ball we've seen in a game we've broadcasted, except for maybe the home run by Lake Mills yesterday. If that ball gets any sort of elevation, it's gone. She hit that on a line into the fence, into the motion W. That ball was an absolute seed.
line drive home runs are probably one of the best things to see as a hitter. But, I mean, that ball was about 1 foot away from clearing the wall. It was so close.
Yeah, it's...
Pachelli taking the lead.
I can't say how far it would go if the wall wasn't there, but it was it was moving.
It would have rolled a country mile. We can say that. So 0-1 here on Kelsey Giese. She struck out her last time up, now down 0-2 after fouling it off. But Pachelli, they have a couple of extra base hits here in this 5th inning. Really attacking Lamanska, probably due to the weather conditions.
It definitely helps. Again, Lamanska's velocity down. She doesn't want to walk anyone. She just wants to stay.
The 0-2 was hit out of play over by the entrance here of Goodman Diamond. The count remains 0-2. Here it comes from Lamanska.
There it is, strike 3.
Changeup, and that was a really nice looking pitch.
Absolutely, that was
Lamanska.
All the change. It doesn't matter how fast you throw to have a good changeup. These guys got to be slower and to throw off the timing of the hitter, and that was perfect. Easy had no answer for that. She completely froze on that one. Very good pitch by Lamanska.
Absolutely, a ground ball from Amelia Martini, batting her around 400 here on the season, but that slugging percentage, boy, does it tell numbers.
Yeah, 1.270.
Anytime that slugging percentage is above 1, oh, you know you're dealing with somebody pretty good. And she lines one right through the second base gap. That's going to roll all the way to the wall, and she's rounding over to go to second. It's a stand-up double, and to take the lead for the Pachelli Cardinals as Yenter scores the run 4-3.
Yeah, just some bad luck there for the second baseman for Oakfield, for Vielbig. I mean, it was, she might have had a play if she just throws her glove up. That ball was hit right, maybe a half step to her right. It would have been one of the greatest backhands you would see in state history if she would have made that play, but that ball had eyes.
That was a rocket. Pachelli hitters right now, they are really barreling up the ball right now. Takes a strike in here is Ava Tess.
And, of course, it helps that when you play in the north, you get to deal with the weather. You got to battle through rain and snow and wind.
Oakfield a little more south towards the Fond du Lac area. Fastball up high.
Which, not saying they don't battle the weather at all, but it's a little different up north. It is.
It absolutely is. Anytime you're a little bit closer to Canada, you definitely feel those conditions, and trying to bunt through it here takes a strike. 1-2 the count here.
I think she just may have gotten a piece of it.
So 1-2 the count. Martini stands alone on second base. Oakfield had this inning, or led off this inning with the 3-1 lead. All of a sudden, Pachelli in response, scoring 3 runs and a pop-up, and it was playable, but not able to get there in time over at first base.
Yeah, I mean, this has been a great test of Pachelli's resilience. I haven't trailed very often this year. And being able to bounce back has been impressive to see.
The 1-2 swung and fouled off. And this season, I have seen situations where Ava Tess, even though she's down 2 strikes in the count, she has gone down to drop bunts before. She does not drop the bunt foul that often, but
you're not
in
going
this situation, I'd assume a swing.
Yeah, not with 2 strikes. You're not going to take a chance here with 2 outs.
Especially in a game like this.
Yeah,
definitely.
2 outs, 2 strikes. You're swinging away.
Absolutely. 2-2 the count here after the low fastball in the dirt from Lamanska. A changeup, and it's fouled right off and went right off of her right calf. She is good, though. 2-2. The count remains.
And they're constantly filtering in new softballs. They got towels in the dugouts to clean everything off. There's staffers here to clean things around. And again, it's not raining hard. It's not. It's a shower. It's annoying, but it's what you got to deal with as a player. And gonna run full on Tess, but it's one of those ones where the teams are adjusting pretty well.
Absolutely. And to this weather, right now it's actually not raining.
Well, it still is. I'm feeling it a little bit. But it's one of those ones where, well, I'll explain after this.
3-2. Really missed, and down goes Tess on strikes, but the Pachelli hitters really made a response in inning number 5. Katie Elka started it off with the RBI double, and then Hannah Trzynski with the sacrifice RBI killing Yenter to follow with the third RBI of the inning to make it a 4-3 game, headed to the bottom of inning number 5 here in this Division 5 championship game on Zaleski Sports.
Why work for Staub Construction?
Everybody around you is just family.
Everybody seems to bond together and get along good, and
they, I believe, truly care about their employees.
Staub has a great benefits package.
Staub is an employee-owned company that puts a large emphasis on work-life balance.
And everybody wants to see everybody succeed.
It's a good place to work.
Join the team at Staub Construction. Apply now at staubco.com.
The intensity is starting to pick up here at Goodman Diamond here in Madison. Brendan Retzloff, Mike Wendlandt here for this Division 5 state championship game between the Cardinals of Pacelli and the Oaks of Oakfield. Today's game is presented by Point Brewing. The Stevens Point Brewery is a proud sponsor of local high school athletics. Experience the many refreshing flavors of Point Gourmet sodas, handcrafted in small batches. Each flavor is perfected for your enjoyment. From tasty black cherry cream to the world-famous Point root beer, every bottle is in the house. And by Point Heating and Cooling in Stevens Point and Plover, with more than 100 years of making your home and business comfortable. Call Point Heating and Cooling or visit pointheating.com. To lead things off here in this 5th inning is Lainey Shep, the designated player. Last time she reached on the error from Mansell, which really picked things up in that 3rd inning for Oakfield.
It'll be 9-1-2 for Oakfield here in this bottom of the 5th. So a chance to get the 9-hitter on in Shep, which got that big rally going in the 3rd, and get to the top of the order.
And a light ground ball. Pionic almost lost it, bobbled it, got it back in, regains control. The throw to Trzynski is in time for the out. A very good recovery there by Pionic. Could have been very close to another error on this Pachelli defense, but the freshman stepping up in a big-time moment, and she is very familiar with stepping up in big-time moments. She hit, once again, that buzzer beater against Pittsville back in February. The pandemonium and Pachelli moment, that's what I like to call it.
So Kotke stepping in now with 1 down. So big chance here, top of the order for Oakfield.
Oakfield down to a 0-1 count here. Kotke, another light
That's fair.
Grounder to Pionic. The throw to first, a little low, but Trzynski able to get it for out number 2. So 2 quick outs here in this 5th inning for Ryan Vielbig. Vielbig had the base hit her last time up.
And this is arguably the biggest hitter of the game right now. You're up by 1, and you have Robinson on deck.
Any way to get Robinson at the plate with a runner in scoring position is huge. An interesting play. The bunt, the throw to first.
Got her
is in time.
just in time.
I like the aggressiveness in the bunt, but maybe a little questionable too. But 3 up, 3 down. Go the side for Oakfield, headed to inning number 6. And to lead things off will be Peyton Mansell for the Cardinals. It's 4-3 in the Division 5 state championship on Zaleski Sports.
Hi, I'm Shad from Next Step Prosthetics. 5 years ago, we opened our practice to provide life-changing prosthetics that are both comfortable and functional.
I would definitely recommend Shy.
Shy is very compassionate, caring.
We've grown to serve patients throughout Wisconsin. We want to thank them, their families, and providers who have trusted us on their journey.
Go to Next Step, because it's going to change your life.
Why wait another day? Call to set up a free, no-obligation evaluation. Let us take the next step together towards a better life.
Culligan Water delivers. From your first call, to your first sip, to your first soak. Culligan, give us a tap. The only water that comes with a van.
Shuda Funeral Home in Stevens Point and Plover is your local, family-owned and operated funeral home providing families with compassionate, individualized, and affordable services when you need it most. The loss of a loved one is a difficult fact of life that Shuda Funeral Home will ensure you won't have to face alone. Shuda Funeral Home will guide you through the process from in-person visitations to creating obituaries and tributes. Pre-planning can also be a great way to ease these topics for your family. Learn more at shudafuneral.com or bring your questions and stop in.
Goodman Diamond here in Madison, Wisconsin, everybody. Top of inning number 6 coming up here between the Cardinals and the Oaks. What a game it has been. Pachelli scoring 1 run in the first inning, 2 runs for Oakfield in the third to take the lead, and then 1 in the fourth to add on to the insurance, but then Pachelli responds right back in inning number 5 with 3 runs. Today's game is brought to you by Home Furniture. Turn your house into a home and shop Home Furniture. Home Furniture on Grand Avenue in Wisconsin Rapids and Post Road in Plover. Also by Egg Country. Egg Country Farm Credit Services is a farmer-owned co-op offering a wide array of custom financing and financial services from loans and leases. Or contact Egg Country in Stevens Point, Wausau, Marshfield, and Medford. I got caught up between 2 ad reads, but that is Egg Country. 0-1 here to Peyton Mansell.
Yeah, chopper foul toward third by Peyton. 8-9-1 for Pachelli. Chance to try and get some runs across the end.
A little chopper, tough play over there at shortstop with a throw off the mark, but the tag is applied at first base for the out. And that throw came from Sabel there.
Yeah, Sabo, that seemed like a little bit of a wet ball potentially. And the throw just kind of tailed on her. But a really good play at first by Hoffman to apply the tag.
Now Caden Nelson, the sophomore, with a big swing and a miss here in her third at bat here. Got hit by a pitch her first time up, struck out her second time back in the fourth.
Of course, Nelson, no stranger to theatrics as well with a walk-off last year.
The 0-1 over to Nelson, a nice pitch in there for a strike.
And right on that outside corner.
Went slower with the speed there was Lamanska. 0-2 here to the sophomore, batting .400 on the year. Fastball outside, try to hit that same spot, but that time maybe a few inches off of the corner. Very consistent strike zone that we have seen here in today's ball game.
Yeah, you expect the best on state championship Saturday, and we're getting the best. I was really impressed yesterday with our umpiring crews, and the 2 games we covered yesterday, and this zone has been no different. It's been tight, but he has had eagle eyes on the outside corner. If it misses, it's ruled a ball. It's been great.
The 1-2, a chopper once again. The throw from short to first is in time. And Sabel, once again, able to record the 6-3. Put out 2 gone here in the 6th for Pachelli. And back to the top of the order, and Maddie Pionic. And she is having herself a very great day at the plate. Had that triple early, reached on the E5, which to both of us, we thought that was a double, but it just went right off of the glove of third base. But Pionic, she's making some really solid contact here in today's game. Down 0-1 here to Lamanska from the stretch, and she follows this one over into the entrance area yet again. Pachelli hanging on to a 4-3 lead. The freshman looking very comfortable in the righty batter's box on an 0-2 count. And to be a freshman, hit almost 400 on the season. Very good. Elk almost got hit by that foul ball in the on-deck circle.
Not even just hitting 400, to be a freshman hitting leadoff in a state championship game and playing one of the toughest positions in third base is impressive for Maddie Pionic.
To hit leadoff, it is a tough spot to get in because that really settles the mood for how your team is going to play things. 1-2 the count after the high changeup missed upstairs.
We said at the top of the broadcast the difference, Pachelli being the visitor in this game. Pionic was the first batter, sets the tone.
Here's the 1-2. Pionic hits this one up into shallow right field, and the play is made by Kotke for out number 3. The Pacelli hitters go 1-2-3. Here in the 6th, it remains a 1-run ball game. 4-3 the score here in this Division 5 championship game. Headed to the bottom of the 6th here on Zaleski Sports.
Buy 3 Goodyear tires and 1 is free has been extended at Sherrill Tire and Auto Service. Plus, get up to $200 back on 4 installed Goodyear tires when you use the Goodyear credit card. Buy 3 and 1 is free in March at Sherrill Tire and Auto. Find your location at SherrillTire.com.
Rocky Rococo.
My pizza.
Pizza. Pan-style pizza.
I love it.
Cheese sauce. Toppings and spices.
You'll love it too.
Rocky Rococo. Whole pie or slices. Hot, thick, chewy, crunchy, saucy. Rocky Rococo. Pizza. Rocky Rococo.
We are back in Madison here between the Pacelli Cardinals and the Oakfield Oaks, the rematch of the 2023 Division 5 state championship game. Pacelli got the win in last year's. Oakfield looking to seek vengeance and win their 7th state championship, which I believe would be tied for the state record in that category with Stevens Point. But today's game is brought to you by Maida. When it comes to customized apparel or your local sports team apparel, turn to Maida in Stevens Point. From corporate outings to outfit your club or sports team, Maida has all you can need. And by Hoff Favor Real Estate, and Andy Hoff and Cindy LeChapelle of Hoff Favor Real Estate Group are your local Stevens Point realtors. That's Andy Hoff and Cindy LaChapelle of Hoff Favor Real Estate.
And here we go. The biggest at-bat of the year. Peyton Mansell against Olivia Robinson.
Olivia Robinson,
best on best,
in this game has reached base each of her plate appearances. So
she's hit the ball hard twice.
This is a very big at-bat in this ball game. Had the triple, the 2 RBI triple back in the inning, and she pops it up over to Tess at second base, and she makes the catch. A big first out to possibly settle the mood here in the 6th for the Cards.
That is vital for what just happened. One pitch, you get an easy pop-up to one of your best defenders in Ava Tess, and you just sent one of the all-state best hitters in the state back to the dugout.
Huge, and a big swing and a miss here from Lamonska. Allie, here in today's ball game, 2 strikeouts, so she has not been able to make contact in fair territory at all off of Mansell here in the game. Down 0-1, 1 away, and she fouls this one out of play. Pachelli had a very quick 5th inning as well with these Oakfield hitters. Went 1-2-3 with all of them. And yeah, like you said, the first pitch getting it out right off the bat off of one of the best hitters in Division 5 sports is huge. Another one fouled into the seats.
And this has been so fascinating to watch this team this year, getting better and more confident. Every game has gone by. Every player, from seniors to freshmen. And because last year, Mansell and Trzynski were trading in both games in the circle, Mansell's thrown every single pitch of the tournament so far this year.
And she has been very good at doing it. That changeup just missed. Looked like a very close pitch. 1-2 the count.
Just a touch up.
So Lamonska's got 1-2.
Another great hitter, 522.
The 3 and 4 hitters of Oakfield, all very good. You could almost say the 1, 2, 3, and 4 hitters. So from 1 to cleanup.
I mean, for both these teams, you just go 1 through 9. You don't get to this point back-to-back years for nothing.
Exactly. These two teams very well deserving and earned the rights to make it to this step in Championship Saturday. 1-2 here to Lamonska. Fastball down in the dirt. Actually might have been a
that was definitely
change.
she changed speeds there and tried to have it look as he was about to start rising at the knees, and then it dives to the ankles. But a really good eye by Lamonska, who, of course, her fellow pitcher, probably says, I saw that one coming a mile away.
Even counted 2-2 and fouled off again. A good battle here between Lamonska and Mansell.
As our umpire out of softball, so he's going to go get some new dry ones. As thankfully right now the rain has stopped. And we'll between games, we're going to clean off our table, we'll dry it off, and we'll hope to be good the rest of the way through. And we still got one more game yet this afternoon for us.
Luckily, as of now, knock on wood, I'm doing that right now, that the weather can just hold off here for the rest of this game and the rest of today. 2-2, fouled off again.
Great at bat from Lamonska so far right here. Really battling. He's fouled off a lot of tough ones.
8th pitch of the at-bat coming up here. 2-2.
And after Robinson, this was the next big at-bat, pitcher against pitcher.
Here it is, the changeup again. Well upstairs. That's the spot to miss that changeup. Try to get the batter to chase it. But 3-2 it remains. A good take by Lamonska there.
And the base runner is huge. You had 5 outs to work with to try and get a run. You want to tie it here.
From the stretch, the fastball. It's a chopper off the glove. A tough play by Giese, and she's not going to be able to make the throw. And we'll see what this gets ruled as.
That's got to be a hit.
Mansell had a tough time to field it there.
A high chopper off of Mansell's glove. She had to leap for it. And then the deflection changed the spin of the ball for Giese, and she couldn't quite make the play. So it was just a bobble. To me, that's got to be a hit. But we'll see what they say.
I agree that it should be a hit. Meredith Steinke is courtesy running here.
Runner for the pitcher at first base.
And they still haven't put anything on the scoreboard yet for what the ruling is on that. So we'll.
Marco, the courtesy runner at first base.
It was actually Marco doing the courtesy running. I thought I saw number 2 on the jersey.
Steinke.
I did have it right. I got fooled by the PA announcer, Mike. I should have stuck with the gut. So here we go. Runner on first base here for Stella Hoffman as she tries to drop a punt. Pionik makes a diving catch in foul territory for the Cardinals.
Wow.
What a play.
Tell me this game doesn't mean everything to players freshman to senior. Pionik, who's crashing in on the square around, lays out full extension to the on-deck circle and picks it off the ground.
Mike, I have no idea how she was able to make it from that spot at third base over to the cleanup area, or not the cleanup area, the on-deck circle. She had to make about a 35-foot or so run off that pop-up bunt, and that bunt only stayed up in the air for like 2 seconds.
That's the play that wins championships. Those are the plays that put the gold trophy in the case.
What a play by Maddie Pionik. Might have possibly secured.
Now, there's still 4 outs to go. There's a lot of work to do.
Plenty of game. But the freshman stepping up in a big-time moment.
What a spectacular
like that one.
play.
There is not any other moment on defense that you can have that is as big as that one. Ball one issued here. Second pitch inside on Liebnow. Liebnow, she struck out and had a sacrifice in the 4th inning of this game, so she is still hitless. Pachelli right now dealing with the count or the area of the lineup here for Oakfield that they want to deal with. 2-1.
Yes, but you want Liebnow to be the third out, because then you would have 7, 8, 9
which would
in
be
the 7th.
Huge for the Cardinals.
You don't want it to get to Kotke, Vielbig, and then Robinson again, because at that point you're looking at a walk-off situation.
We also have the top of inning number 7 to work with here. So Oakfield, they're also going to have to get 3 outs.
Correct.
And try to not allow a single run. We should have a fantastic finish waiting here. 3-1, the count here on Alexis. Taking her time there in the box. Mansell, here she goes from the stretch. A fastball right down State Street. Full count now, 3-2.
So runner will be in motion on the release by Peyton Mansell. So now a ball in the gap should tie this game, with the runner getting a little bit of a head start.
Here comes the full count. The pitch.
Got her.
Fastball hits the inside part of the plate, and she goes down. Strikeout number 9 for Peyton Mansell, and now Pachelli gets to deal with the 7, 8, and 9 hitters. But how about for Oakfield? They're going to deal with Amelia Martini, Ava Tess, and Peyton Mansell coming up for the top of inning number 7. A thrilling finish coming up here in this Division 5 state championship on Zaleski Sports.
If you're looking for delicious, you've found it at Rock and Roll Cafe in Stevens Point. This family-oriented 50s themed cafe is open 7 to 3 daily with a great diverse menu of American and Mexican breakfast and lunch options. Enjoy dine-in or carry-out 7 days a week and always served quickly, fresh with a smile. For the full menu and more about this local Stevens Point gem on Stanley Street, visit rockandroll.cafe. And now open on Saturday nights. Try the new Rock and Roll Cafe Bar and Grill on Church Street.
Welcome back. Just nearing the conclusion of the Division 5 state championship game here in Madison. Today's game is presented by Nicolay Bank. Nicolay Bank offers personal banking at its best. They have locations in Stevens Point, Wausau, Kobe, Medford, Edgar, and Merrill, or learn more at nicolaybank.com. I may have made the mistake about the hitters here at Katie Elka to lead things off here in the 7th for the Cards. Today's game is also presented by Little Scholars Childcare. Little Scholars and Little Scholars Beginnings are 2 beautiful childcare and preschools in Stevens Point, offering early child learning for infants through 4K. You'll find great facilities and a comfortable environment to help your child grow. Visit littlescholars.com.
Had to wait for the TV timeout to wrap up. Now we're good to go with Katie Ilka.
Ilka in this game, 2 big RBIs. Had a double back in inning number 5, which really kicked things off for the Cards. This one popped up at home plate, and to make the catch behind on the mitt is Samantha Tapp for out number 1. So Hannah Trzynski coming to the plate here. She also has an RBI here in this game. Also has a base hit back in inning number 3. So she's 1 for 2 in the ball game.
What could be her final at bat as a Pachelli Cardinal.
First pitch into the dirt, gets well away to the backstop for a ball.
The lone senior.
Good time to miss on those pitches, but she has had quite the career at Pachelli. And
one of the all-time greats.
The 1-0.
Cardinals history.
This pitch upstairs, 2-0 the count. She was able to get the game-tying RBI, which really fired up the crowd here in the game. And another pitch here, that time caught the edge of the zone, 2-1 on the Triz.
And the rain has stopped. I'm sure the ball is still wet because the field's going to be a little wet, but Lamonska's velocity is significantly down from the beginning of this game.
And Trzynski, a ground ball over to short. Nice play made over there by the shortstop, Krista Sabel, for out number 2. And now Kaylin Yenter will come to the plate.
With how this game has gone, if say player of the year potential, Yenter might be at the top of the list right now with the tournament she has had.
She has had an incredible state tournament, and she pops this one up. This could end the inning quickly here for the Cards, and the play is made at third base by Liebenau for the last out of the top of the 7th. So Pachelli 3 outs away from becoming state champions for 2 years in a row, but they have to retire all of these batters and not give up a run. It's a 4-3 game. Will come up for the conclusion of this Division 5 state championship here on Zaleski Sports.
Customize your next apparel order with Maida Custom Apparel of Stevens Point. Visit us today for custom baseball and softball apparel. Need help with a design? We have you covered. Our highly skilled staff will turn your idea into a reality with great quality screen printing. Or choose from a variety of embroidery options today. Visit us at our physical store or online at maidacustom.com.
Welcome back here in Madison, Wisconsin for this Division 5 state championship game here on Zaleski Sports. Mike Wenlett and Brandon Retzloff here to have the conclusion of this game right here. It's the 7, 8, and 9 hitters for Oakfield. Samantha Tapp to lead things off. She is 0 for 2 in the ballgame. Georgia Hoffman also 0 for 2 in this ballgame. Lainey Shep also, she's 0 for 1 in the ballgame, reached on an error in the 3rd. So as Pachelli, the defense, you have to feel good with the spot that you're in dealing with these hitters. This is the exact situation that you are looking for.
Absolutely, and there is a long, obviously you're on TV timeout still right now, but a long discussion in the circle. Players ranging from freshman to senior, legitimately, every year represented in that circle, in that meeting. Hannah Trzynski, the last person to talk to Peyton Mansell before heading back to first base.
Pachelli relies a lot on breaking out of those huddles and say, family on 3, forget about me, I love you. That is what Pachelli's all about. The crowd is getting on their feet here on this third base side. Here we go. Bottom of inning number 7, a state championship on the line. First pitch fouled away by Tapp.
And for all things considered, this game has moved fairly quickly. Considering an 8:07 first pitch, we're at 9:49. With all the action and all the drama, this has been a good game.
This is the game that everybody here was wanting to have and to see. For second pitch in there for a strike. 0-2, the count on Tapp, and that was a really good fastball. If the nerves are showing, you cannot see them from Mansell from that pitch right there.
No, that was dotted right at the knees.
It is right where Yenter wanted it. Here comes the 0-2 on Tapp. The pitch. A fastball upstairs probably went for a setup.
That was a waste pitch. You try and see where her front foot was going to go on a stride. If she was going to step outside to try and reach for it, which would then lead the next one coming inside on the inside corner. But Tap, the catcher, knows exactly.
Here's the 1-2, a fastball, caught the outer shelf of the plate. And down goes Tap. Pachelli needs 2 more outs to go back-to-back. They still have a couple of batters to deal with, though. But coming up will be our presentation of the trophies and the medals,
which we will have we'll have the audio of it, but we'll have live video of it. Brendan's going to go down to the field and we'll have our highlights coming up later as well.
First pitch of the at-bat here in foul territory, out of play. A little bit of a slice from Hoffman. Hoffman 0 for 2 in this ball game. All she has done is struck out looking in both of those at-bats. So Mansell has another batter that she really wants and has probably easily gotten in the head of, but we'll see if Hoffman can try to turn something around here in this at-bat. Second pitch is outside, 1-1, the count on the fastball.
And, of course, again, stay tuned. We'll have the audio again of the pregame. I will stay up here, and you'll have me running the postgame. Brendan will be down there on the field getting video of the trophy ceremony, the celebration, the party, whether it is Oakfield or Pacelli. We're going to have footage of both ceremonies, so you're going to go down and get them both, Brendan, and we will get ready for this one. We'll hear from also from our friends at Nasonville as well.
It'll be awesome to hear from our friends over there at Nasonville, doing a bunch of great work and sponsoring for us over this past year and even couple of years. They've really been a long-time sponsor here with us. Here's the 1-2. The pitch is fouled off right off the end of the bat of Hoffman.
Doing everything she can to stay alive, get on base. I get a feeling if she gets on base, they would run for her as the tying run. And her getting on base, not that it's guaranteed, but with how hard is it turned out play, would guarantee we'd get back to Kotke in the top of the order.
Here comes the 1-2, and she hits this one in the air. It's a blooper, tough play to make, and 3 of the fielders for Pacelli, Martini, Tess, and Trzynski, could not get to it in foul territory.
Yeah, land right in that Bermuda Triangle, just out of the range of all 3. There's a very finite space that no one can get to.
Maybe if Pionic was playing over there at first base, she could make the diving catch on it.
Yeah, even her, it would have been tough. That would have been. I'm not sure Willie Adamas is going and getting that one. It's 1-2 here.
It was a very difficult play there. The 1-2. Gotta be aware of the strike zone if you're Hoffman. Here it comes. The pitch. Right up the middle, right to Elka, and it's a line out. Hoffman had the right contact, but Elka, she was standing right there awaiting the ball, and she makes the play, and Pacelli needs 1 more out.
And off to our left, you could hear the Oakfield crowd ready because that ball was stung off the bat. Hoffman found the barrel and hit a rocket, but Katie Ilka, the last year's catcher, makes the play in center.
How fitting to go from catcher to center field. First pitch. Missed it upstairs to Lainey Shep, the designated player who has not had a hit in the ballgame, reached on an error. Back in the third, 1-0 the count.
And that was that bunt. That was the error that was dropped.
2-0 upstairs. This Pacelli crowd on their feet. We also have some of the Oakfield crowd on their feet as well.
Everybody nervous.
Lots of anticipation. The 2-0 here on Championship Saturday. 1 more out. Here comes the pitch. Fastball right down the middle, right through the chute, 2-1.
And it's a smart play there by Shep to take a strike. With her speed and the top of the order on deck, it is any way you can get on base. Whether it's catcher's interference, a hit, batter, error, it doesn't matter. Find a way to get on.
Here comes the 2-1 from Mansell. A fastball is fouled off. Mansell has 10 strikeouts in this ball game, and she is 1 away from number 11 in the 2nd consecutive title. Shep has to fight off some of these pitches, and she did well in the 2-0 count early, but now she is at 2-2. Here it comes from Mansell, a fastball, fouled off, hanging in there.
She went for that inside corner, and she located it perfectly. That was the only thing Shep could have done, was foul it back. You're not going to get the hands in enough to get a barrel on it
And this is exactly what we love to see out of two teams that are so good. The 2-2 from Mansell. It's a fastball. Pachelli has won back-to-back titles. 2023 and 2024. They are your Division 5 state champions. And Molsky has title number 4 for the Cards. 20 years of coaching. What a dominant time and career for Coach Mo. And the hugs and the celebration with the Pachelli faithful, the fans absolutely loving it. Peyton Mansell goes complete with 11 strikeouts, no walks for Mansell, no walks the entire state tournament from Peyton the Jr. And once again, Pachelli goes back-to-back, and they will be going for a three-peat in 2025.
At the top of the mountain again for the Cardinals. And you saw the hugs to the right of the circle. We saw the hugs to the right of the circle. The coaches were hugged by the dugout coach Molsky and talked to the TV crew. And so, Brendan, if you want to head down there, go and get down there, go celebrate with your team, get yourself ready and get some footage for us for our highlight package as for the second consecutive year, the Pachelli Cardinals are state champions. They were the only team today that could go back-to-back, and they have gone back-to-back. So we will keep things here for the ceremonies. We'll hear from Nasonville quickly after that, and then we will wrap things up here in Division 5 on a cloudy, slightly earlier in the day, rainy day here from Goodman Diamond in Madison, as it is time for the presentations of the silver trophy to the Oakfield Oaks for the second consecutive year, and then the golden trophy to the Pachelli Cardinals. Stevens Point, you have another championship coming your way. A rousing round of applause from the first base stands. Emotion all over the stands on the third base side as the Oaks played a whale of a game.
The WIAA Board of Control invites you
and see themselves with another silver trophy headed back home for them. So now we'll turn it over to our public address.
Presentation will be Carl Morin, WIAA Board of Control member and District Administrator from Maple. Willie Chambers, WIAA Board of Control member and District Administrator from Blackhawk. Dan Retzky, WIAA Board of Control member and Director of Athletics from Green Bay Preble. Paul Peterson, WIAA Board of Control President and School President from Regis. And Stephanie Hauser, WIAA Executive Director. They will be assisted by LeVar Ridgway, WIAA Assistant Director and Tournament Manager. First, we ask each player to come forward as their name is read to receive their individual medal for the runner-up, Oakfield Oaks. Marissa Kotke. Meredith Steinke. Ryan Vielbe. Alyssa Lenning. Lainey Deere. Kylie Marco. Lainey Sheff. Alexis Liebenow. Ali Lamanska. Krista Sabo. Lydia Fleury. Georgia Hoffman. Olivia Robinson. Olivia Vielberg, Hayden Colley, Stella Hoffman, Savannah Tapp, Kennedy Volbright, and Addison Martin. Will Coach Rob Schaefer please come forward to receive the trophy for the runner-up, Oakfield Oaks. Now we ask each player to come forward as their name is read to receive their individual medal from the 2024 WIAA Division 5 State Champion, Pacelli Cardinals. Maddie Pionic, Jaden Struck, Katie Ilka, Kaylin Yenter, Kelsey Giese, Addison Osipowski, Hannah Trzynski, Peyton Menzel, Hayden Nelson, Ryland Mayak, Amelia Martini, Ava Tess, Haley Siski, Ella Tess, Avery Wernick, Layla Kapelowski, and Ella Van Order. Will Coach Ann Molsky please come forward to receive the trophy for the back-to-back state champion, Pachelli Cardinals.
Hugs all over the place as the Cardinals just picked up the state championship trophy. Tears in their eyes, hugs around, and you heard it, back to back. Pachelli, champions in 2024. We will step aside, come back after these quick words from Nasonville, and wrap things up here from Goodman Diamond in Division 5. The Pachelli Cardinals have won the state championship. They will be the only repeat champion in 2024. 20-24. Back in 30 to wrap things up. These words from Nasonville.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Peach Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Freer, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflatiri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. And the cheese be with you.
Broadcasting live here from Goodman Diamond, wrapping things up with your Nasonville Dairy post-game. She'll get those fresh cheers made daily. Marshfield, Curtis, NasonvilleDairy.com as the Cardinals celebrate by the first base dugout. Your final line score, 4 runs, 6 hits, 2 errors for the Cardinals. 3 runs, 5 hits, 1 error for Oakfield. Peyton Mansell gets the win. 7 innings, 5 hits, 3 runs, 1 earned, no walks, and 11 strikeouts. And for the second consecutive year, a called third strike to win the state championship as Pachelli reigns in Division 5. With that being said, as well, the crew is coming in for the Division 4 in 3 games. We will see you in a few hours, or talk to you for a few hours, in Division 2. We'll have one more broadcast yet this weekend from Goodman. It'll be Mosinee and Waupun in Division 2, around 4 o'clock, 4:30 or so, our first pitch. With that being said, for Brendan Retzloff down by the field, he'll get the interviews. We'll have highlights coming up later on this afternoon before the game as well. This is Mike Wendland thanking you for joining us. And one more time, congratulations to the Pachelli Cardinals, the state champions here in 2024. From all of us here at Zaleski Sports, we'll talk to you later and enjoy the rest of your morning on Championship Saturday.